What fire springs forth? What bile does bubble?
The black moon swings, and the sky stays troubled.
By Valentine's, we kill the light. Through the shadows, madness beckons. Wed at night.
1, 2, 3.
Hey there. I'm formerly fictional private shoe detective Steve Germany. You may have seen some of the unfortunate flim-flam between Blazing Space and myself. But it's okay, because I think Blazing Space is gonna be gone for quite a while. So why the fuck am I here? To solve your shoe cases. I can't just smoke weed and pet the kitty forever. The crack of a shoe caper is what gets my gills flared. So I need you to send me your shoe capers. Missing a favorite Adidas? Never found out what happened to that long-lost British knight? Do you want to send me on a wild goose chase with no shoes involved? Well, now you can. Record them on your phone and send them to weirdatnight@gmail.com. All right, that's enough daylight for this dick. I'm gonna go watch Holy Mountain and pet the kitty. Ta-ta.
If I were in Adidas, where would I hide? Next to a tire. Oh my God! There it is! Case closed.
Alright, you disgusting pieces of shit. It's time for Weird at Night. And here's the Big Patty, the Big Barracuda. The cyst with hair and teeth you know and love. Patrick Galactic!
Jesus Christ, this really is happening, isn't it? I don't get it. Wasn't Weird at Night like my idea? Didn't I start this? Or did I just discover it? Shouldn't what I say go for something? Why doesn't that ever happen? Hey all, I'm Patrick Galactic, your raconteur in training, traversing the cosmos with my rapscallion friend, Gizmo. Gizmo, should we sing to the people? Let's... It's a slightly happier time in America as the current president, I have a picture, hold on, I'm sorry. As the current president, pictured, has finally gotten the message that we all got 3 weeks ago. And after careful and patient legal arguments made rationally by very, very smart people, of course, finally realized that for the good of the country, he needed to take credit for someone else deciding it was over. And he did. He did not concede, and I could care less. Bye-bye, you can finish the rest of your meltdown and finish ruining the country on your way out the door. But there has to be some level of relief for most of us that at least that has been realized. So, why is there a shoe detective that wants our phone videos and a pink cloud cussing us out, and why am I here? Well, thanks for sticking around, baby, but you've just begun the journey into Weird at Night. We're a community, not a show. I work hand in hand with incredibly talented people from the community to put on the sketchiest of comedy, the artiest of art shares, and we also talk music, movies, pop culture, and a lot more. Everyone in this chat and everyone watching right now is just as important as anything you see on the screen. We're nothing without you and your ideas, and those ideas, suggestions, and comments have made this experience what it is. Weird at Night's been like 7 different shows in our 59 episodes, so don't fear the darkness, darling. We're weird, it's night, and you're in the right place. I do take questions and I'll answer kind of as we go, but I answer most of them at the 30-minute mark, so just keep that in mind as we're watching. Respect for each other and the flow of the show is essential. Distractors, spammers, you will be booted, so don't test the mod of death, Alex F&V. That's my cousin. She will make sure you are dealt with. If you give the channel a follow, I will stop the show and sing you a little tune. If you subscribe to the channel, one of the most important and best things you can do to keep this content flowing the way it does, I will stop everything, grab my guitar, and write you a personal 20-second tune live on air, which I got to do that now. We got a bunch of followers in our last episode, so I want to quickly give them all a little shout. Wow, quite a few. Okay. This is Wine'em Dynam 69'em. I didn't make the name up. Wine'em Dynam 69'em. Thank you for following me. And this channel. Thank you for following Weird at Night, Wine'em Dynam 69'em. Anomic 84 subscribed. So, real quick here. Oh, I should probably turn the music off. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Anomic 84, your subscription will help make us feel like something is working economically for people who are slightly disenfranchised, to say the least. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I'll sing more throughout the show. I don't want to spend the first 10 minutes doing this because we have a whole lot. So we have so much to do tonight. So the first thing I want to mention, or ask rather, did Steve's video make sense to you all? Do you understand what he's asking? We want you to film random shit on your phone, cut it up however you choose, leave it, or if you don't want to cut it up, just leave it at a length of like 5 minutes or less, and I'll cut it up. And then we'll have Steve give voice to whatever the hell you sent. Just nothing gross, cruel, or naked, please, because I can't air it. So, and I don't, let's not do that. But we would really love to send Steve on a caper of your design. So don't pass that opportunity up. Well, we have another opportunity for you this Saturday, is we have another double feature picture show that we're doing in partnership with our friends Astro Media with Nosratep. They're doing an episode of The Lab. It's going to be on our channel at 11 p.m. And then at midnight, Weird at Night will come on afterwards, and hopefully we'll have a few of the fellows from the band in the chat. If you're not familiar with Nosratep, I really think you should just watch this because I think it will answer all your questions. It's a great deep dive with very advanced musical minds, and if that's your kind of thing, it's certainly mine. I really, really am excited to present this for you. So Saturday at 11 p.m., Nosratep, Astro Media, The Lab. We're going to be presenting that at 11 p.m. on Weird at Night. Also, if you have other platforms that you're on at that time of day before Weird at Night, because you're definitely watching Weird at Night. If you're on other platforms, it's also going to be broadcast on Facebook and YouTube. So, yeah, there's just it's going to be a really fun experience. I'm really excited, and I hope you are too. I hope you join us. So, this last week, my roomie, the Razor Sharp, and channel subscriber, I love you, buddy, had the bright idea to watch a few art documentaries. So we sat down, and he had a few in mind. Each demonstrates an extreme part of the art and entertainment world. One is positive and one is extremely sad. So the first one was Herb and Dorothy. And this is a heartwarming, amazing look at the Vogels, Herb and Dorothy Vogel. And essentially what it is it's a story of how these very working class people just kind of devoted their life to art. The only thing they could really afford to invest in at that time was modern art. So they invested in a bunch of silhouette pieces and things like that that eventually became worth millions and millions of dollars. They never sold any of their art. They kept it jam-packed into this tiny apartment, this tiny rent-controlled apartment in New York. To the point where when they finally did allow a museum to take some of the art out, it took 5 huge trucks and they were still packing it out. So it's just this really amazing look at these people who put the principle of art above all things rather than the financial constructs of art. They had their paintings shown, but they would not sell them, and they do not. They kind of get a small annuity, but really they're just using it to buy more art. It was really, really incredible. I do believe both have passed away at this point. But if you want to actually see some just people really believe in artists, Herb and Dorothy is a great way to do that. The next one is called The Art of the Steel. I was not familiar with the Barnes collection, and I wasn't familiar with the battle that had occurred in Philadelphia over the Barnes collection. And it would be so long to try and explain it all. So this movie should infuriate anyone who considers the intent of an artist or an art collector to be important. The story is long and it's deranged. Corporate takeovers of public companies by charities, the NPR-friendly Annenberg Foundation and Pew Charitable Trust are both exposed as something more merciless than those participating in the free exchange of American capitalism or American ideas. And I'll be talking about it more later tonight because there's a figure from this that absolutely provoked a lot of thought on my part. So I want to talk about him some more later. But for now, Art of the Steel, it's infuriating, but it is also just really cool to listen to people who take art as seriously as the people who are so outraged in this documentary do. It's just great to be reconnected to the purpose of probably why we all get into art to begin with, right? So I have a question for you. Community question. What are you doing for Thanksgiving? I want to do a stream at some point during the day, but I want to do it in conjunction with you all so we can kind of like maybe, work it around if people actually want to join in. I just think this year is going to be strange. And so this will be a less formal AMA kind of style. I'll have some questions for y'all and you can have some questions for me and we'll just wrap until there's nothing to talk about anymore. So throw it in the chat at me. And we will do that. So the show is called Weird Tonight, but when I tell you tonight is weird, it's real weird. We got something from, I think, Blaze in Space, who knows after that last episode, and Steve Germany clearly hasn't gone anywhere. We got Nada Mucho Newsy News, instrumental from Twist, and a short film from a brand new contributor. But first...
Never titted for tatted, wasn't tatted specifically in the midst of the madness. I might just flatten the industry, and my craft is a symmetry. Passive delivery, I'ma tap in the energy that done pass with the fast cash, turn trash into memories. Take the garbage down, start enjoying the amenities while destroying the chemistry between me and outside while I avoid all the misery. It's a lesson made, trial tested for the insurrection. Better place theory flexing on inherent lesson. Stipulated question faced by a real reflection. Ain't no tier to climb up, that is still suggestion. With the weirdest way you'll find out a real progression. Learn to steer, then to drive, really second nature. Commandeer a nigga pride if he devastates you. Promise here I'll pick a side like an elevator and ride it all the way to the top, but I'll never stay. Wish I could stand back, 10 toes on the road, stand in my ground. No, you can't stand that. Stand pat, General Pat, go to war back. Up next, and we on deck. On next, and we on set. I don't wanna watch the sunset on horizon. I don't wanna see nothing shining.
I don't wanna see you roll. I just wanna see you riding. I just wanna see my fears go away, no frightening. I just wanna seem high. Maybe my thoughts is a lightning. Maybe they strike like the lightning. Maybe that's cliche and it's fine when we be rolling and we be rising and we be hiding. True feeling, true beef, true illin'. Get away from it. We gon' penetrate, break through. We don't need no more ceiling.
Hey, Weirderinos, it's Patrick Galactic, and you're watching
Nada Mucho's Newsy News. That's new.
Every Tuesday, we ask people for their recently released music, and this time I opened it up to the entire calendar year of 2020, which may be a mistake. No, I'm gonna back out and let these speak for themselves. We're dropping mostly Bandcamp links in the chat. Please support these artists directly.
You
All right. That's Not For Sale has a new release coming out on December 4th. And Not For Sale, if you've been watching Weird at Night for a long period of time, you know that Not For Sale is actually a longtime contributor to the show, featured often in Blazing Spaces segments. So we're very excited for that release. Also, Not For Sale did the visuals at the second half of Terry Monstrosity's video. So just wanted to point that out and thank them for that as well. Also, speaking of Terry Monstrosity, don't forget to give a follow to Rentinum, a collective of artists and streamers, including Terry, that just started up. I've had a little time to watch it, and it's very arty and very weird and very fucking cool. Head over to their channel, give them a follow. They'll be publishing their schedule soon. Okay. So last episode, I explained that even though I'm the host, I'm along for the ride and don't know what's going to happen. That was an obvious lie. I put the show together, for Christ's sake. Use some critical thinking. I've been seeing what you're about to see, and all I can tell you is to strap in, enjoy this delicious reverie of deathly delight.
Oh shit. Oh shit, not again. Not again! Not again!
Hello, Trouble. It's been a while since we last met. Yahoo. Remind you who I am.
That was Scarrick Spectacular. 2020 years and many more days from zero. Feels like another life. Feels like another case. Feels like a new place. Breathing had never been so loud or so soft. I could exhale like a drum roll, but I couldn't sing worth a lick. Meow, meow, kitty, kitty, smash, smash. How did I get here? I hear something. More echoes of my own voice, the flutes of imaginations unhad, mysteries yet to be solved. New art itself to be revealed under the lamplight. Here in high contrast, monochrome, and frozen in time like a hummingbird. I continued, but my image remains the same. So it goes here, they tell me. Where? When? Whom? They? Not just a pronoun for me. I was greeted by a non-binary secretary of Mr. Germany's. I guess there used to be a detective here in another life who looked for shoes. But not me. Me? I pursue trippy and weird art. I crave music and new experiences like an ice cube looks for a glass, or another ice cube looks for its mother glacier. But enough about global warming. I could tell I was boring them. Their extensive background in the shoe game was impressive, but they had no interest in the arts. We parted ways that day, or that episode, or that minute? How does it work here in this baptism? We all look for a place where we can be bathed and celebrated, immersed, lost, and found. Here, in this place, things get lost all the time. And that's what we're here for. Office hours not posted, no exits, no answering machine, no shoes, no problems. Everybody's got to put their art somewhere at some time. And some everybody's got to forget so more everybody's can remember. I read a story once about the moon and saying goodnight to it. Well, good fucking morning. This ain't that story. When art gets lost on the internet, when a stream ends, when an album falls out of its ideal release window, when marketability turns a cold shoulder, when the viewer count slows and the readership fades away, when the paintings gather dust and the stories are saved under confusing file names on an expiring machine. File names like New One or Saturday Thing. When art gets lost, well, someone's gotta find it. And that's why I'm here. Hey Moon, I got a fucking bedtime story for you. Jake, an aspiring percussionist and taxidermist, stopped by my office late last night. He was looking for a beat. The kid thought rhythm alone would take him to the top. I saw fame in his eyes and I heard desperation in his vocal cords. He said, "Blazing Space." Yeah, that's me. Blazing Space, can you find a piece of art if I've never lost it? It was an excellent question. I could tell from his naive and youthful facial hair decisions that Jake didn't know that on the daily, I swim in a sea of correlating paradoxes. I said, "Jake, that's not what we do here. Art gets lost, and we find it. You saw the sign. I recommend if you ever want to get discovered, that you lose yourself first." I could tell he was crestfallen at this riddle I had gifted him. But before leaving, he turned back. And yes, Moon, I know I said there were no exits, but clearly we let people leave the fucking building. Oh, silent and monochrome, silver dark and gray rock. I'm sorry I yelled at you. Up there above, listening to this lullaby, forever reflecting the perfect amount of mysterious sunlight like smoky wind through the blinds. You want to know, don't you? You want to know the last thing Jake asked me. Please, you're the only lost and found this side of town that doesn't charge an arm and a leg. Is there truth, even if I conceal it? We'd stopped charging for body parts years ago. I took a bong rip for good luck. And I stared at this person in the face for 3,000 years. Forget it, Jake. It's Noirland.
Blaze in space. What have you done? Where are you exactly? I I am not sure what we just saw. What I do know is that the musicians in the doing the musicking was Scarrick. That you should definitely go check out what they do because they are fucking incredible. And the truth is that Scarrick, when I saw Scarrick perform on a live feed, it was a massive push for me to do Weird at Night. So it was very cool to be able to, in some way, have them on the show. But I had no idea they would be marching Blaze in Space to this completely alternate dimension. I have no idea how Blaze in Space will ever get back. I have no idea why Steve Germany wants to be here so bad. And if you're brand new to this episode, we'll show you what's going on with Steve, too.
Well, hey there. I'm formerly fictional private shoe detective Steve Germany. You may have seen some of the unfortunate flim-flam between Blaze in Space and myself. But it's okay, because I think Blaze in Space is gonna be gone for quite a while. So why the fuck am I here? To solve your shoe cases. I can't just smoke weed and pet the kitty forever. The crack of a shoe caper is what gets my gills flared. flared. So I need you to send me your shoe capers. Missing a favorite Adidas? Never found out what happened to that long-lost British knight? Do you want to send me on a wild goose chase with no shoes involved? Well, now you can. Record them on your phone and send them to weirdatnight@gmail.com. All right, that's enough daylight for this dick. I'm gonna go watch Holy Mountain and pet the kitty. Ta-ta.
If I were in Adidas, where would I hide? Next to a tire. Oh my God! There it is! Case closed.
Weird at Night, presented by Reality is a conspiracy because it's not what I've been telling myself it is my entire life without research. Insecurity, the distrust you can trust. Don's long gone lawns. He's back. He's stabbing himself left and right like he always has. He's a classic. Don takes acid and plays with knives on your lawn because God is in the grass, man. Use promo code 129777777999125. Something's gonna happen. It's $10. You can pay in LSD. No talking. Keep the kids and pets inside. And you should be keeping all of yourselves inside, but definitely keep the kids and pets inside if Don's in the lawn. And lastly, Shitty's Pizza. The hospital's next door. If you don't know why, just have a slice, but use the promo code. Why God do we suffer? You get a free depubing. It's normally $4.99. Limit 1 per customer. We're always hiring the hairiest people we can find for Shitties just to maximize the value of that coupon. So on the corner of 9th and Nocturnal Drive, just past the memory of your first fully charged smartphone, it's Shitty's Pizza. We respect your dollar. You may notice that bloodstool.com has been strangely missing. Well, there's quite some development there, and that will be discussed in our next episode. So stay tuned. Bloodstool.com is not going anywhere, but there's some scores to be settled. So, wow. Crazy shit going on with Steve Germany and Blaze in Space. Essentially, Blaze in Space's mind was swapped with Steve's. Blaze in Space appears to be trapped in what appears to be called Noir Land. And Steve is running loose in this reality, looking a lot like me, apparently. That's what people say. I think he looks like a rat-faced weirdo. So screw all of you, okay? But that does appear to be the case. So, looked like there were some people open to doing the kind of AMA style informal gathering on Thanksgiving Day. We'll do Wanksgiving. Come on, you know that's why we're doing the stream, right? I had to call it Wanksgiving. Come on. It was just there. It's on a Thursday. We'll never be able to do it. Come on, Wanksgiving. So anyway, join our Discord and we can chat about a good time for good times for everybody. Let's get together if we can. Ash Manny asked if I wanted to hear a Bill Clinton joke. I was very undecided about that and have now concluded that I probably don't. Naomi, we already talked about that. Let's see. Nope, no wrestling with issues on this one. Ash Manny asks, is Weird at Night a community or a show? That's another lie. I say it's not a show, but it kind of is. So once again, just getting real honest here. But honestly, it just feels like when I say it's a community, not a show, what I mean is what we're accomplishing here is something grander than a show. If it was just some passive form of entertainment to just anesthetize you till your next distraction came along, I don't know if I'd feel as good about it, but I don't think it is. Anyway, you're all beautiful people. I hope you've taken your moment to pee. Ash Matty asks, where the fuck is Jeff? Well, that's a great question, Ash Matty. You might remember that your friend Jeff got entangled with Finecore at the very end of that story and hasn't been heard from since. Interesting. Weird at Night, look above for depubing questions. Oh, wow. Let's see. I'm trying to find him. Cudgelfish, that is a fair question. So questions were asked. So Cudgelfish doesn't understand why the employees of Shitties needs to be hairy. And that makes sense at a glance. I get why you'd ask. they need to be hairy so that $4.99 is the more hair we shave from them, or more hair we shave from your pizza, the more value we've given you for that money. Also, who is getting depubed? Your pizza. Okay, and then Cudgelfish also says, is the customer depubing the staff? That is no longer happening at Shitty's Pizza, Cudgelfish. That's a great question. I applaud you for asking, to have the courage to step forward and ask. I really do applaud you. But what I do need to do is sing a few more followers a thank you here. Brad Harv, 22. I want to say, thank you, Brad Harv, for making my life worth living. Shubzilla, you followed our channel and now your name is on the show being sang by me. That feels pretty cool. Howie Cohen. Howie Cohen, follow the channel. Thank you. All right. That's enough for now. I just don't want to subject you to that. But what I do want to subject you to is commerce. Hello, we got the Weird Tonight, the Shop of One, always running, always going. I know you probably want the commemorative mug from this episode. I will be buying that myself because I think it's one of my best designs ever. Best designs ever. But as you can see behind me, we have a bunch of cool merch in the Shop of One. And because you are our beautiful live viewers, we give you a live viewer discount that no one else gets offered unless they watch the replay. Use promo code Noirland. You get 10% off store-wide until Saturday, December 1st. So once again, that's promo code Noirland with 2 R's. So it sounds like Noirland. But make sure you check it out. It is a great way to support support what we're doing. So moving right along, we're jumping into the second half of the show. We're moving at a rapid clip. Like I said, there's so much crazy shit going on. Blazing Space, in a fit of brilliance, blew our minds with their last bit. But we have a first-time contributor about to come up. And we still have album recs to share. We're going to learn about Albert C. Barnes. But right now, we're going to talk about Brendan Nagel and his short film, Thursday, with a short intro for you. So we'll drop links to the chat as we go, but check this out. Very excited.
Hello everyone, my name is Diana Cochran and I am the leading actress in Thirst Date. And I remember Brendan was working with Warner Brothers at the time and he grabbed all these cool set pieces and props and we had this whole set of people and this legit actor he knew and I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like a movie star. I'm excited to see where it goes. We have many more projects in mind for that storyline and anytime I get to work with Brendan, I'm really excited.
Hey, what's up guys? It's Brendan. Thank you for checking out Thirst Date. I wrote and directed this for Halloween 2017. It's been a couple of years. We've got a few ideas tinkering around for what a longer form version could be. So if you like us, so if you have some ideas, let us know in the comments below. We'll be hanging out there with you. Without further ado, let's check it out. Watch out. This one's feisty. How
did you catch him?
Snapped him in a bear trap. Hit him with a tranquilizer. Having fun?
Thought he'd be a little more fun.
Don't call it a he. Whatever it was before, long gone now.
Okay, well then how do we get it to talk? I mean, if Billy's still alive, we have to find out.
Yeah, that's the tricky part. If they're not feeding for a week, they turn into these rabid beasts. They'll do anything for a couple of pints.
Well, I guess burgers are off the menu for a while.
Yeah, they love humans. Cows don't seem to bother them either, although it does take a lot more. But they hate pigs.
Clearly.
Yeah, well, at least we get to keep the bacon. No, what are you doing?
I have to find my brother, so if it takes some human blood, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, but not mixed with pig. Haven't you ever taken a chemistry class or gone to a college party? You don't mix drinks!
Edward, are you?
Let's go find your brother. And fast.
Hello, and welcome to Instrumental, a segment where I write microfiction for stories that have no lyrics, such as the song Morning in the Ninth Quarter from the Don't Go Down to Sorrow's 2007 EP by the math rock band 65 Days of Static. Let us begin. It's 4 in the morning, and the streetlights are caked with fog, and all the people are gone, and the city is as close to being asleep as any city there is. I stand on the lip of the 12-story apartment building, my foot poised over thin air, trying to think as little as possible and just go, do, become. I step out into the early morning darkness, balance on my right foot, feel the tightrope underneath me, just like it was 20 years ago. There's no wind, but the forces inside me are pulling me apart, and I struggle to hold myself together, to focus. Focus is the most important thing. I walk, one foot in front of the other, across the tightrope strung across the boulevard, the tightrope that both is and isn't there. He's watching me from the ground. I don't have to look. Only when I'm in the middle of the tightrope, poised above the dotted white line in the middle of the street 12 stories below, do I begin to dance. The hardest part of it now is never being able to feel free again, never being able to stop thinking and let your muscles take control. I feel like I'm glowing. The energy concentrated within me is so great. I feel like I'm the moonlight the overcast night sky can never color. I feel every ballet leap, every cartwheel, every pirouette. My body is a cloud of dandelion seeds I squeeze and shepherd into the shape of a human, walking a tightrope above an empty city street, because it's what I have left. Our routines, the things we can't stop doing, they outline us after we're gone, a corona against the darkness. I jump up from the tightrope, fling myself into the twilight, blow a kiss at the stars, come down kneeling, one leg dangling, resting on the tightrope that is no longer there. He's still watching. I don't need to look. I know he's there. His thumb in his mouth, his parents no longer behind him, His parents dead and gone, heartbroken in death. He was the one that broke my fall. The least I can do is give him a shot. Thank you for listening.
Good God. The level of just insanely talented people that I get to be around on a weekly basis is just unbelievable to me. Thank you, Twist. And thank you very much, Brendan Nagel, for sharing Thursday with us. I really enjoyed it. I had a great time. I thought the fight scene was awesome. And if you have any feedback about it, Brendan, as he said in the intro, just throw it in the chat and it will make its way to him somehow. So we're getting to the kind of the end of the road. This really zoomed by really fast. But what I hope you're seeing here on Weird at Night is that we want to make this show as interactive and community-based as we can. So if you're a creator who has an idea, if you know somebody who would be perfect for the show, send an email to weirdatnight@gmail.com. The worst thing that can happen is that it's not the thing you want to do the most in the world. But we want to bring everybody in that we can who wants to be a part of it. So that is very cool. So I owe a few people a few more things. I owe Naomi Fiomi a song, and that better happen. Because you don't turn back loyalty like that. So I have it for you. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to turn the background music off here. All right. Let's not start on a minor chord. Let's start on a major, huh? Naomi. It means so much. Have your trust. Naomi, Naomi, thank you for subscribing to my channel. Our channel, it's a channel. All right. Thank you very much for your subscription, Naomi. All right. I think I've sang to everybody who you know who I didn't sing to. All right. You produce this show, so sometimes it's super easy to overlook that you still subscribe. But blazing space, you are my ace. And thank you for subscribing to a channel that you work on too. All right. Okay. Thank you, Blazing Space. As always, for so many things, for so many reasons, Blazing Space makes this quite the experience, and we are all better off for having Blazing Space in the house each and every episode. So, real quick, I'm going to do a real quick art assume. So, this is about an art collector, not an artist. His name was Dr. Albert C. Burns. He is the primary protagonist. He is the primary protagonist in the documentary The Art of the Steal. And essentially what he did was he developed a cure for venereal diseases in the mid-19 teens. Created a cure for venereal diseases that made him a very, very rich man. And instead of being like most of the other robber barons who boarded themselves up in mansions and estates, he traveled the world and tried to gain culture. And what he happened to also do was just collect an insanely desirable collection of post-impressionist paintings by Matisse, by Renoir, by the masters. His collection ended up being so valuable that it was estimated to be worth $25 billion in today's dollars. However, instead of putting it in a museum, which he thought was a fraudulent exhibition of art, he put it in a school. And the only way you could see this art was to be a student in the school or to have some kind of prearranged deal to come look at it. But it wasn't a museum. People couldn't just flock in there and just go stare at it all. And the Art of the Steal is essentially about the city of Philadelphia's quest to steal this man's art, which they are ultimately successful at. That's not a spoiler. You can read about it anywhere. But it is absolutely worth watching. This man, Dr. Albert C. Barnes, the reason that I think he's worth exploring is both because his eye for art was amazing, but really, he was an absolute thumb in the eye to all establishment figures in Philadelphia and in the art world. He refused to let his art be seen by critics because he felt that they were a bunch of yahoos who didn't understand anything about culture. In some ways, he was a man after my own heart. He was also a very wealthy, egotistical, and insane person in his own ways too. But definitely learn more about Albert C. Barnes, learn more about the Barnes collection, and watch Art of the Steal. It's still a great watch, even though it is infuriating. So, with all of that said, and all the things we've been through together tonight, we've seen Steve Germany start to become a proprietor of a business of his own in the real world. We've seen Blaze the Space be absorbed and completely recontextualize the whole meaning of Steve Germany in Noirland, which I didn't know existed. I thought it was a fucking picture. What the fuck? What the fuck? All right, that's not the point. What I want to say is, this is a time of year, whether you find the actual holiday of Thanksgiving to be worth celebrating or not, and there's very good reasons not to. I do hope that you all find some way to enjoy it. I hope you're not feeling too lonely in your lives right now. We're always here every Tuesday and Saturday night. We'll be here every Tuesday and Saturday night, and I'll be here on Thursday. So join our Discord. Go and check out the Discord there. We'll be talking about the stream on Thursday then, and we'll work out a time that's good for everybody. So I just want to say, I love you all. I love you all so much. This is episode 59. Next episode is episode 60. It's with your support and with your encouragement that this has become what it has and continues to grow into whatever the hell it's going to be next. So thank you all. I love you. Cudgelfish, great to see you again. And I hope I see you all again real soon.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah. No. Never mind. Yeah. And tune in Saturday at 11 p.m. for Nostratep, put on by The Lab, and hosted here on Weird at Night, because it will be on at 11 p.m. We'll have The Lab with Nostratep, and then Weird at Night at midnight. So it's another double feature. We're very excited about it. I'm terrible at promoting things or thinking of things on the fly sometimes, but Blaze of Space, thank you for that reminder. And now I do love you, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.
1, 2, 3.